Man consists of three layers: the body, the most visible, the being, the most invisible, and the mind in between. The mind is a good mechanism, but not a good master. It can serve you if you are the master, and the mind is the servant. But if the servant becomes the master and starts ruling over you, that is the state of insanity. That's why I say the whole humanity is normal insane. What is mind? It is all borrowed and borrowed from different sources, from the parents, from the neighbors, from the teachers, from the priests, from the libraries. Its hunger is insatiable. It goes on swallowing all kinds of information. That information may be contradictory. That information may create tensions, may create a split or many splits. For example, if you are born a Christian, the Bible says the earth is a flat. From your very childhood, you have believed in the Bible because your parents believed in it. But in school, you learn that the earth is not flat, it is a globe. Both these pieces of information are collected by the mind. Their conflicts become your anxiety, and this anxiety takes thousands of steps, and it impossible for you to decide which way to go. You are pulled apart in all directions. If you somehow can maintain your balance, this is normal insanity. Insanity is there, but it is just the same as everybody else's. Unless you come in close proximity to a sane person, you will not be able to think yourself insane. I am not against the mind. I am simply stating the fact, what the mind is. If you see what the mind is, you will drop it. When I say drop the mind, I am not against the mind. I am simply making it clear to you what the mind is, what it has done to you, how it has become a bondage. And it is not a question of using it or abusing it. Mind itself is the problem, not its use or abuse. But mind is very clever. It goes on deceiving you. It goes on saying, you are using me. It is mind that is using you. You are being used. The mind has become the master of you. You are a slave. But the mind is very clever. It goes on buttressing you. It says, I am just an instrument. You are the master. But watch. Look into the mechanism of the mind. How it goes on using you. You think you are using it. You can use it only when you know that you are separate from it. Otherwise, how will you use it? You are identified with it. If you say I am a Christian, you are identified with the Christian mind. If you say I am a Hindu, you are identified with the Hindu mind. If you say I am German, you are identified with the German mind. The identification has to be broken. You have to know that you are not the mind, and only a moment that the mind is not functioning, when you are unoccupied, when there is a gap, stillness, silence, when the mind has ceased, will you be able to know who you are, to know yourself as consciousness. Then you can use the mind. I am using the mind. So, how can I be against the mind? I am not against the mind. I may appear to be, but the whole effort is to disconnect you from the mind so that you can know you're separate from it, your freedom. Once you know your freedom, you can use the mind. Then it is a beautiful instrument, one of the most beautiful instruments. Man has not yet been able to make something better. Even the biggest computer, the most efficient computer, is not yet capable of doing the things that the mind can do. A single mind can contain all the libraries of the world.